the Mayan civilization stands as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience, its ancient ruins whispering secrets of a culture that thrived in the heart of Mesoamerica. Their sophisticated knowledge of astronomy and mathematics rivaled that of their contemporaries, leaving an enduring legacy in the modern world. As we delve into the mysteries of this enigmatic civilization, the whispers of the past beckon us to uncover the hidden truths of a lost world. In the midst of a lush, tropical landscape, where the gentle slopes of the Yucatan Peninsula stretched towards the horizon, the earliest stirrings of the Mayan civilization began to take shape. It was a time of great transformation. Around 2000 BCE, when the first waves of migrants arrived in this region, drawn by the promise of fertile soil and abundant resources. The Olmec civilization, which flourished in the neighboring regions of Tabasco and Veracruz, had already laid the groundwork for the development of complex societies in Mesoamerica. As the Olmecs began to decline, their cultural and technological achievements were absorbed and built upon by the emerging Mayan cities. One of the earliest known Mayan settlements was Nakbe, located in the Petén Basin of modern-day Guatemala. This strategic location allowed the inhabitants to control access to the surrounding region, with its vast networks of rivers and trade routes. The site itself is a testament to the ingenuity and organizational skills of these early Mayans, who constructed elaborate earthen pyramids and ceremonial centers, often aligned with the celestial bodies that played such a crucial role in their cosmology. As we explore the ruins of Nakbe, we find evidence of a sophisticated understanding of astronomy, with alignments that correspond to the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. The Mayans' fascination with the night sky is a recurring theme throughout their history, reflecting a deep-seated desire to comprehend the workings of the universe and their place within it. This cosmic awareness would eventually give rise to some of the most accurate and intricate astronomical observations in the ancient world. The early Mayan cities, such as Nakbe and its contemporaries, El Mirador and Cerros, were likely governed by powerful chiefs or kings who wielded significant authority over their subjects. These rulers oversaw the construction of grand architectural projects, including temples, palaces, and ball courts, which served as centers of ritual, politics, and social life. The emergence of a distinct Mayan identity with its own language, customs, and artistic traditions was closely tied to the development of these urban centers. As the Mayan civilization continued to evolve, trade networks expanded, connecting cities across the region and facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultural practices. The intricate hieroglyphics that adorned their pottery walls and monuments spoke to a rich literary tradition, one that would eventually give rise to some of the most sophisticated writing systems in the ancient world. In this formative period, around 1000 BCE, the Mayan cities began to coalesce into distinct regions, each with its own cultural and linguistic characteristics. The low-lying areas of the Yucatan Peninsula, with their dense forests and abundant water sources, gave rise to the emergence of powerful city-states like Calakmul and Caracol. These urban centers would eventually become major players in the complex web of alliances, rivalries, and conflicts that shaped the course of Mayan history. As the Mayan city-states continued to flourish, their intricate networks of trade and diplomacy gave rise to a complex system of alliances and rivalries. One of the most notable examples of this phenomenon was the emergence of the Kaan dynasty, which would come to dominate the politics of the region for centuries to come. The Kaan kings, with their capital in Calakmul, oversaw a vast network of vassal states and trade routes, stretching from the Yucatan Peninsula to the highlands of Guatemala. The city of Calakmul itself was a testament to the engineering prowess of the Mayans, with its elaborate system of canals, reservoirs, and aqueducts providing a reliable source of water for the inhabitants. The site's strategic location, nestled in the heart of the Yucatan Peninsula, allowed the Kaan kings to control access to the surrounding region, imposing their will on neighboring city-states through a combination of military force and diplomatic maneuvering. One of the most notable rulers of the Kaan dynasty was Umnumshin, who ascended to the throne in the early 6th century CE. During his reign, Calakmul experienced a period of unprecedented growth and prosperity, with the city's population swelling to over 50,000 inhabitants. The construction of grand architectural projects, including the imposing Structure 2 pyramid, reflected the wealth and power of the Kaan kings who spared no expense in promoting their divine right to rule. The reign of Unum Shin was also marked by a series of military campaigns, as the Kaan kings sought to expand their dominion over the surrounding region. The city of Tikal, located in the Peton Basin, was a particularly prized target, with its rich resources and strategic location making it a crucial prize in the struggle for regional hegemony. The wars between Calakmul and Tikal would become legendary in Mayan history, with the two cities engaging in a series of brutal and devastating conflicts that would shape the course of Mesoamerican politics for centuries to come. As the Kaan dynasty continued to consolidate its power, the Mayan city-states entered a period of intense cultural and artistic flourishing. The development of sophisticated writing systems, including the iconic Maya hieroglyphs, allowed for the creation of complex literary works, including historical chronicles, mythological texts, and poetic compositions. The art of the period, characterized by intricate stone carvings, vibrant ceramics, and elaborate textiles, reflected the wealth and sophistication of Mayan society, with its complex systems of symbolism and metaphor. The city of Palenque, located in the western part of the Yucatan Peninsula, was a notable center of cultural and artistic innovation during this period. The reign of Tikal the Great, who ruled from 615 to 683 CE, saw the construction of some of the most iconic buildings in Mayan architecture, including the Temple of the Inscriptions and the Palace. The discovery of Tikal's tomb, with its exquisite funerary mask and jade jewelry, has provided a unique glimpse into the funerary practices of the Mayan elite, highlighting the complex system of beliefs and rituals that underpin their worldview. As the 7th century CE drew to a close, the city of Palenque continued to flourish under the rule of Tikal's son, Chanbalam II, who oversaw the completion of his father's architectural projects and initiated new ones. The Temple of the Cross, with its intricate stone carvings and ornate ceramics, is a testament to the artistic and cultural achievements of this period. The temple's facade, adorned with stylized images of gods and goddesses, reflects the complex pantheon of Mayan deities, which included figures like Push, the god of death, and Ixchel, the goddess of fertility. The reign of Chanbalam II also saw a significant increase in trade and diplomacy between Palenque and other Mayan city-states. The discovery of ceramics and other artifacts from distant cities like Tikal and Calakmul at Palenque suggests a robust network of exchange and cultural interaction. This exchange was not limited to material goods, as evidenced by the spread of artistic and architectural styles across the region. The use of similar motifs and symbolism in the art of different city-states highlights the shared cultural heritage of the Mayan civilization. One of the most significant events of this period was the reign of Kinichakal-Monab III, who ruled Palenque from 721 to 736 CE. During his reign, the city experienced a period of relative peace and stability, which allowed for the development of new artistic and cultural innovations. The construction of the Temple of the Sun, with its unique blend of astronomical and mythological themes, reflects the advanced knowledge of astronomy possessed by the Mayans. The temple's alignment with celestial bodies like the Sun and the planet Venus demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of astronomical phenomena. The 8th century CE saw the rise of new powers in the Mayan world, including the city-state of Copan, located in modern-day Honduras. Under the rule of Uaaclacawun Uba'a Kawil, who reigned from 695 to 738 CE, Copan experienced a period of significant growth and cultural flourishing. The construction of the hieroglyphic stairway, with its intricate stone carvings and detailed historical records, provides valuable insights into the politics and culture of this period. The stairway's texts, which describe the reigns of various rulers and their military campaigns, demonstrate a high level of literacy and historical awareness among the Mayan elite. As the 8th century CE progressed, the Mayan city-states became increasingly embroiled in a complex web of alliances and rivalries. The city of Quirigua, located in modern-day Guatemala, emerged as a major power during this period, with its ruler, Kawil engaging in a series of military campaigns against neighboring cities. The discovery of artifacts like the famous Quirigua stela, which depicts Kawil in a ritual pose, highlights the importance of monumental sculpture in Mayan art and culture. The stela's intricate carvings and hieroglyphic texts demonstrate a high level of artistic and literary sophistication. The reign of Cahuilyopaat also saw significant developments in Mayan architecture, with the construction of grand structures like the Plaza A at Quirigua. This plaza, with its imposing stone temples and intricately carved stelae, reflects the advanced engineering skills and artistic vision of the Mayans. The use of monumental architecture to convey political and ideological messages was a hallmark of Mayan culture, and the Plaza A is a prime example of this phenomenon. As the 9th century CE dawned, the Mayan city-states continued to evolve and interact with one another in complex ways. The city of Tikal, which had experienced a resurgence in power during the 8th century CE, remained a major player in the region. Under the rule of Jasachan Kawil II, who reigned from 869 to 889 CE, Tikal engaged in a series of military campaigns against neighboring cities, including Calakmul and Palenque. The discovery of artifacts like the Tikal Stela 24, which depicts Jasachan Kawil II in a ritual pose, highlights the ongoing importance of monumental sculpture in Mayan art and culture. One of the most significant events of this period was the rise of the city-state of Chichen Itza, located on the Yucatan Peninsula. Founded by the Itza Maya in the 7th century CE, Chichen Itza had grown in power and influence over the centuries, and by the 9th century CE, it had become a major center of trade and culture. The city's impressive architecture, including the famous Pyramid of Kukulkan, reflects the advanced engineering skills and artistic vision of the Mayans. The pyramid's design, which features a series of staircases and platforms, is a testament to the sophisticated understanding of astronomy and mathematics possessed by the Mayans. The 10th century CE saw the decline of many of the traditional Mayan city-states, including Tikal and Palenque. However, this period also saw the rise of new powers in the region, including the city-state of Mayapan, which would go on to become a major center of Mayan culture and politics. Under the rule of the Kokam dynasty, Mayapan experienced a period of significant growth and cultural flourishing, with the construction of impressive architecture like the Temple of Kukulkan and the development of sophisticated art forms like ceramics and weaving. As the 11th century CE progressed, the Mayan city-states became increasingly influenced by external factors, including the rise of the Toltec civilization in central Mexico. The Toltecs, who were known for their advanced knowledge of astronomy and mathematics, had a significant impact on Mayan culture, introducing new artistic and architectural styles that would be adopted by cities like Chichen Itza and Mayapan. The discovery of artifacts like the Chichen Itza Stela 5, which depicts a Toltec-style warrior, highlights the ongoing exchange of ideas and cultural influences between the Mayans and other Mesoamerican civilizations. The reign of the Kokam dynasty at Mayapan also saw significant developments in Mayan politics and society. The city's system of government, which was based on a complex network of alliances and rivalries between different noble families, reflects the sophisticated understanding of politics and diplomacy possessed by the Mayans. The discovery of artifacts like the Mayapan ceramics, which depict scenes of everyday life and mythological themes, provides valuable insights into the social and cultural norms of Mayan society during this period. Under the rule of the Itza Maya, Chichen Itza engaged in a series of military campaigns against neighboring cities, including Mayapan and Uxmal. The discovery of artifacts like the Chichen Itza Stela 10, which depicts an Itza warrior in a ritual pose, highlights the ongoing importance of monumental sculpture in Mayan art and culture. The 13th century CE saw the rise of new powers in the region, including the city-state of Uxmal, which would go on to become a major center of Mayan culture and politics. The discovery of artifacts like the Uxmal Stela 1, which depicts a Shu noble in a ritual pose, provides valuable insights into the social and cultural norms of Mayan society during this period. The discovery of artifacts like the Uxmal ceramics, which depict scenes of everyday life and mythological themes, highlights the ongoing exchange of ideas and cultural influences between the Mayans and other Mesoamerican civilizations. As the 15th century CE progressed, the Mayan city-states continued to face significant challenges from external factors, including the expanding Aztec Empire. In 1441, the Aztecs, under the leadership of Moctezuma I, launched a series of military campaigns against the Mayan cities, seeking to expand their empire and gain control over the region's rich trade networks. The city of Uxmal, with its strategic location and impressive architecture, became a key target for the Aztecs. In response to the Aztec threat, the Shu dynasty at Uxmal formed alliances with other Mayan cities, including Chichen Itza and Mayapan, in an effort to resist the Aztec advances. However, despite their best efforts, the Mayans were ultimately unable to withstand the might of the Aztec Empire. In 1461, the Aztecs captured the city of Uxmal, and the Shu dynasty was forced to pay tribute to the Aztecs. The fall of Uxmal marked the beginning of the end of the Mayan civilization as a dominant force in Mesoamerica. Over the next several decades, the Aztecs continued to expand their empire, conquering many of the remaining Mayan cities and incorporating them into their own empire. The city of Chichen Itza, which had once been a major center of Mayan power and culture, was eventually abandoned, and its inhabitants were forced to flee or pay tribute to the Aztecs. In 1517, the Spanish conquistador Francisco Hernández de Córdoba arrived on the coast of Yucatan, marking the beginning of European contact with the Mayan civilization. The Spanish conquest of the Mayan region was a gradual process, with many of the Mayan cities and towns resisting the Spanish advances. However, the Spanish were ultimately able to gain control over the region, and the Mayan civilization was forced to adapt to the new reality of European rule. One of the key figures in the Spanish conquest of the Mayan region was the conquistador Hernán Cortés, who arrived in Mexico in 1519 and quickly formed alliances with some of the local Mayan leaders. Cortés and his men were able to exploit the divisions between the different Mayan city-states, using these alliances to gain control over key cities and trade routes. The Spanish also introduced new diseases, such as smallpox and influenza, which decimated the Mayan population and further weakened their ability to resist the Spanish conquest. Many of the Mayan cities were abandoned, and their inhabitants were forced to relocate to Spanish-controlled towns and cities. The Spanish also introduced Christianity to the region, which had a profound impact on Mayan culture and society. In 1542, the Spanish established the city of Mérida as the capital of the Yucatan province, marking the beginning of a new era in the history of the Mayan civilization. The city of Mérida became a center of Spanish power and culture, and it played a key role in the administration of the Mayan region. However, despite the dominance of Spanish culture, the Mayan people were able to maintain many of their traditional customs and practices, and they continued to play an important role in the region's economy and society. As the 16th century drew to a close, the Mayan civilization had undergone significant changes, with many of its cities and towns abandoned or incorporated into the Spanish Empire. However, despite these challenges, the Mayan people were able to maintain their cultural identity and continue to thrive in the face of adversity. The legacy of the Mayan civilization can still be seen today in the many ruins and artifacts that remain from this ancient culture, and in the continued vitality of Mayan language and culture in the region. The Maya left an indelible mark on human history, contributing significantly to our understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and the complexities of human society. Their story serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility and beauty of human achievement, and the enduring power of culture and tradition. As the last remnants of their civilization were absorbed into the Spanish Empire, the Maya's spirit and identity continued to thrive, a testament to the unbreakable bond between a people and their heritage. Thank you for joining me throughout this historical journey. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.